Okay. There was a study by Granger and Newbold. It was written in 1974. It says that if you have xt, which is unit root, and yt is also unit root, then what will happen? The regression of this type, yt is equal to alpha plus beta xt plus epsilon t, this will produce spurious result. Spurious regression. Okay. And there was another study, it's by Nelson and Plosser. It was written in 1982, and this study says that basically what they did, they investigated 13 macroeconomic time series of United States, and they found that only one of those 13 series is stationary. All of the series are unit root. 12 out of 13 series were unit root. Okay. So what is the conclusion? You can say that most of the economic time series are unit root. Now, if you combine the study of Granger-Newbold with the study of Nelson and Plosser, what will be the conclusion? Most of economic time series are unit root, and unit root leads to spurious regression. So most of the time series regressions will be spurious. This is net conclusion. Most of the economic time series will be spurious. This is very big challenge. Whatever you will do, there is probability of having spurious regression. So you should not practice the econometrics on time series data. Right? And then there was another study. It was initially written in 1982 and then published in 1986. This was due to Angel and Granger. (1982 and 86). What this study says, this says that if you have two unit root series, you can get valid regression when under certain condition. What is the condition? If there is co-integration. Right? Now, if you are doing the time series analysis, first concern is most of the time series data is likely to be unit root, and if the data is unit root, then according to the study of Granger and Newbold, this can lead you to the spurious regression. And if you want to avoid the spurious regression, then you have to look for the co-integration. If there is co-integration, you can avoid the spurious regression. If there is no co-integration, then there is spurious regression. Right? So this is the reason for which you are doing time series analysis. This is the reason for which you are doing the co-integration and unit root testing. You have to show that the data in your hand is not unit root, and if it is unit root, then there is co-integration as well. Because if there is no co-integration and there is unit root, this means the study is spurious. This is not making sense. Would you like to present a study which is not making sense? No. So you have to show that the data which I am using is not having spurious regression. Basically, the story starts from the idea that unit root series leads to spurious regression, and then if there is co-integration, there will be no spurious regression. This is the starting point of all this analysis. But what happened? The person who invented this idea of spurious regression, who discussed the idea of spurious regression in time series, in unit root time series, the same person found that the spurious regression can also exist in stationary series as well. There was another study by this Granger, and there were two co-authors, Hyong and I don't remember exact spelling of this thing, but the date of this publication was 1998. What they found that there is probability of spurious regression in stationary data as well. Okay, so the story starts from there could be spurious regression if there is unit root. But the same author found, he is Nobel laureate, Granger is Nobel laureate, and he got the Nobel Prize on basis of this study, in which he invented co-integration. The same person found that the spurious regression can also exist in stationary data. The story should end here. There is no advantage of testing for unit root, because the spurious regression can exist in stationary data and it can exist in unit root data. There is no difference actually. But still the story is continuous. It's going on. This study came out in 1998, and how many time have passed after 1998? It's about 24 years, but still story is going on the same background. It's still going on. If you have unit root, there is possibility of spurious regression, and according to Granger, if you have stationary series, there is also possibility of spurious regression. So what is the need of differentiation between stationary and unit root now? Actually, there is no need. But because this is trend, because this is happening everywhere in the world, so we have to learn this. And if we want to change this tradition, we have to understand what all these things are and how these things can be rewarded, and then after that we can do something. Otherwise, if I say someone has said me that there is spurious regression in stationary series and unit root data as well, so there is no need. Only because Ghulam Ghosh has said like this, nobody will accept. We have to understand the phenomena, why this is happening, and then we can do something. So, we will learn how to apply the unit root test, and we will also learn what are the problems in unit root test. We will learn how to apply the co-integration, and we will also learn what are the problems in co-integration analysis. This is basically the difference of this workshop from the routine work that you may see anywhere else. Yes, please.
So now in that light, because of you use this system to make sure that policy issues are driven from this situation. But now you said when you use going through test, there will be
fully understand what you are saying.
What I'm saying that there is unit root, there's a unit root test in the series, which will lead to nonsense regression, and then you have to go in for differences, you have to make sure that there is stationary.
Hello.
I don't know whether you're getting me.
It's saying that the series are non-stationary and there is a chances of spurious regression, but by taking the differences you make them stationary. So how it will react for crazy analysis?
Since also stationarity, there is also possibility of spurious regression.
No, there is no.
Okay.
I think that's what you
No, you are right. Basically, as I have said that there are chances of spurious regression in unit root series, and there are also chances of spurious regression in stationary series. So we will try to understand what is the basic driver of spurious regression. Basically, there is a structure which says that because of this thing you will have spurious regression. We will try to understand this phenomena in the workshop, and then we will also discuss the solution for this inshallah in coming sessions.
I want to ask about if we make series stationary by taking the difference, then after that there is a chance of spurious regression.
If you take the differences, this is also station. This becomes stationary. That's right.